go. And see, the cool thing about recording is, boom, it's instantaneous.
Right.
So,
That's true.
yeah.
That's
All right.
true.
I'm Pat.
I will.
I'm Jeffrey.
This is Coffee Before Bed,
Okay.
the podcast with fucked up analytics.
Yeah, you would not believe the string of words that Patrick just let off
yeah.
before we started. He just had to get it out of the system.
Yeah,
so.
I'm good now.
How you get a clean show?
Yeah, we got a clean show today. So, what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. I keep trying to remember to send you like a list of topics, but
Research on?
well, or even just like think about.
Yeah.
Right. Because Pat did that for me like 2 weeks ago, and that was actually a great idea. But that was part of it.
I've got a TV show for you that we can talk about today.
What
So-
TV show?
Well, we'll get to it.
Stranger
So.
Things.
Oh, is that out?
It is out.
Did they drop all of it at once?
Half.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to go watch that.
It's halfway to you canceling your Netflix.
I murdered my YouTube TV.
Oh,
so I drowned it
okay.
in the bathtub where it belonged. So, yeah, $61 a month that I wasn't spending. That's $61 a month now that I can throw towards better internet service.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And I can pluck the TV from the very sky with my Fire Stick. So,
I know.
yeah. So I can get my local channel 13. So no problem.
Really? Does it?
Yep.
Where do you turn it on to watch it?
I'll have to go find it again, but it's like on one of my home screens there.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
The other thing is you can just throw it on your computer. You can actually go to their site.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you want to
their
watch the news,
broadcast.
and then you can just cast it to wherever you
Yep.
want to go. Or
Yep. So yeah, no more YouTube TV. I went back and looked at it. It was still screen scraping like episodes of The Office for me and stuff. And so I was like halfway tempted to keep it just because those went all over to Peacock. But then I was
Yeah.
like, no, I know a guy who's got a pirate server. So they're all on there. So we're going to call it good. So.
well, were you due for like an Office rewatch, or were you like?
Oh, it's been, no, man. I got to go about another half decade before I can watch that again.
That's a while.
I was about to say you could just spend the $5 for 1 month and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. YouTube's $61 a month.
well buy
Yeah.
Peacock
Oh, Peacock. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, then just binge it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
and then cancel after the month.
Yeah.
The guys at the Peacock offices, they're actually watching that live.
we got one. One of them's live. Jiggle the line a little bit.
Keep it for a whole year. Save the finale.
Oh my god, that's pathetic. You make the guys at Peacock sound like they're just like picking up the phone sometimes and saying hello.
So, yeah. So pretending to talk on the phone while somebody is walking in the office. Yeah. Yeah, sales are up this month, Bob.
They do that thing.
Excuse me, sir. I'll be right with you.
Well, I'm gonna get Paramount for free for a year
Why?
with T-Mobile. Like if you sign up as a new customer, they're giving you Paramount for. Well, you get Netflix for free for life, and then you get Paramount and Apple TV for a year. So I'm like, all right. I don't even know what I'll be on Paramount, but all right.
I'm going to be on Netflix until Stranger Things is done, and then Netflix is going to get the bathtub treatment as well. So, yeah. Because I actually checked, like, the use on it, and so not even my wife has watched it in, like, 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, I want my $20 back. Well, it's like $8 a month now, so... Because I did threaten to cancel it, and they gave me, like, a $2 a month deal or something like that. So... I'm a little bit ahead on them, but still, as soon as Stranger Things is done, I'm done with it. There is nothing on there, man. So I went plumbing through it the other day, and I was like, I've seen all these documentaries, man. I saw the one about the weird dudes in Oregon, you know, the cult.
The Indian guys. With the poisoning and the sneeze guards and all
and the
that.
yoga guys.
Yeah.
You know,
I
yeah.
haven't seen that one.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Well, we can
Yeah.
tell you the story, and it's just as interesting.
Ah,
It's one of those things that takes too many episodes to actually get
They
to
really
the fucking
stretch it
point
out.
where.
Well, it's not as bad as a staircase, but yeah. We already bagged
you
on that
did.
shit. You know?
I listened
Yeah,
to that
okay,
one.
yeah.
You bagged on the staircase.
Well, it's funny because
Well, it's the sequel to the staircase.
How's there a sequel? There's
What
only
you did.
one woman. I'm gonna push his kids down the stairs now. So.
well, the single interesting thing about the staircase was that for whatever reason, it caught everybody's attention at the same time,
I missed it.
even though nobody talked about it. And then we just, you remember that staircase? And it was like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing interesting about the whole thing was the staircase was like painted in blood,
I know.
which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I mean, like any paramedic or EMT will tell you, yeah, weird shit does happen, you know, from time to time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that the house is haunted or this guy, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys did not sell me on watching.
Don't. Yeah, no, it's bad. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's really, really bad.
Yeah, and if your wife hasn't even used it in like 4 months, that means that there's no meaningful making a murderer type shows on there.
She's not into that like she used to be, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's seen them all. So, yeah, there's only so many ways you can commit a murder, you know. So,
Well, there's a lot.
there's a lot, you know, but there's like 10 common ways to do it, and all of them are covered in the first 10 episodes of the first 48. So,
Well, even if the method is slightly different, the motives remain largely the same.
yeah. So, no, she hasn't been watching that lately. She's been reading lately. So, yeah, you know.
That is an indictment against Netflix.
It totally is.
It is.
Well, actually, today when
Turn
YouTube
people back to
TV,
books.
yeah, YouTube TV was like, when you cancel it, it gives you like this screen full of like list your reason, and then you click the radio button on it. It tells you all the solutions to your problem.
Right.
Okay, you know, it's like, oh, well, it's too expensive. Oh, well, we can discount it for blah 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 blah. You know, and this is a subsidy too, so you get just as much value for your money as long as you sign up for this service as well. You don't have to pay for it for 6 months, whatever. All right.
Oh wow.
And then like the next one down there is like, well, I don't like the TV program. Well, you can add this package that adds another 30. Yeah, and so there's like all these on here, and every one I'm clicking on, I'm kind of laughing to myself.
Yeah.
And so I just clicked the last
them
one that
all.
said other, and I said I don't watch TV anymore. Period. So, I was like, come back, give me a comeback to that.
Wow.
No, that's funny. Yeah, because what you want is because you do want it to be understood why you're leaving, right? This is the whole. You finally have some say in how it's being run because they're going to take that data and they're going to say, you know, what's the problem, right? But you also want it to communicate what you actually mean. So you want the radio button to say, like, your programming is dog shit and there's not enough of it,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And but that's not what you get. You get the standard you get the phone bank operator objections binder, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's like, well, I can't afford to invest in land right now. Flip, flip, flip. Anybody can afford to invest in land. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
How about to pay deferred payments?
I can tell you about a timeshare.
Yeah.
Did you know that most banks will offer something called a reverse mortgage?
Reverse mortgage. Oh my God, I've heard a lot of commercials for that on the radio lately, man.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's definitely a new thing.
I don't know if that's a leading or a trailing indicator of your economy, but if they're pushing like reverse mortgages, people are hurting.
I don't know about that, man. I think people have a lot of money stocked away in their houses.
Yeah.
And they want the bank to own them in 20 years?
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't know. It's been a while since I looked at a reverse mortgage. So,
You're not supposed to. That's not...
You're not the age bracket
Right.
they're targeting.
yeah. Well, I mean, the whole trick is figuring out when you're going to die, and suicide is a solution to that. So, you know.
All right. Fair enough.
Not about it frequently. Yeah.
So, no, I was looking for my mom for a little while, just in case we needed to put her, like,
Right.
in assisted care or something
Sure.
like that.
Sure.
But she's all better from COVID now too. So
You thought that was it? You thought her having COVID was going to be... Is that why you looked at reverse mortgage?
this was a while. This was after my dad died. Yeah.
He looked it up last week.
Yeah, I looked it up. I'm got COVID. Yeah.
COVID
was a serious...
going. The magic pill worked great, but she still might not make it.
Yeah. We can get a couple payments out of the bank. No, but the ones that I was looking at, there's like a limit on how much your house they can take. At least in this state. And then at that point in time, it basically just turns back into a normal mortgage. So,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, which is really what they want. They don't want the property. Okay, they don't want to sell the property. They want the payment stream. So they'll pay you a little bit now to get a longer term payment
Right.
stream down the road.
Right.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Well, that's how banks work, man. They don't
Oh,
care
yeah,
about the asset. They just care about the income every month.
I didn't know how that was how it was working though.
Well, yeah, that's why they fucking sell your mortgage right off the bat. So, unless you make them keep it.
Can you do that?
Only with certain banks. So, yeah,
Oh, interesting.
like our bank, they will not sell your mortgage.
I don't think they're allowed.
I don't think so
I
either.
think that's part of their charter.
I
isn't
believe it is. Yeah. So unless you agree to it, so in the beginning, and they'll give you like a half point, which means it'll immediately go somewhere else.
No, that's
Would you care whether they sold it or not?
It doesn't really bother me. It's just easier to pay.
Oh,
So
Fair enough.
I guess it's not like I got a better rate or
Yeah, anything
In fact, the
changes.
rate was a little bit
Something.
worse, but I don't really care. So I mean, they've tried like over the last 3 or 4 years, they've tried to get me to refinance my house like every fucking month, and they finally shut the fuck up about that in like the last 2 months.
Wow.
So, well, yeah. So
Well, now if you weren't going to do it when the rates were
correct.
what it was,
Oh,
why
yeah,
would you do it
right.
now?
Yeah. No, but even like last year, I think my brother did his last year, and it was a long process. It took like 6-7 months.
What?
Yes, just to keep it all in that same bank and do all this shit, just to
Oh.
get it inspected and all the blah 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 and all the.
Mine took 2 weeks.
It's not with this bank, obviously,
Definitely not.
and I bet you they don't own it no more.
Oh yeah, no, it got
Oh, yeah.
sold by it went to 2 different people within the first month. Mm-hmm. They said you could send your check here; it'll still work, but technically it's going to be going over to them. So we'll take your payment and we'll just forward it to them. But then after that, it's back to them.
Yeah.
Or it's to these new people.
Yeah, so get it set up in your bank software, huh? Yeah. I don't know, man. So yeah, I don't think interest rates are higher than my mortgage yet, though, but they're getting close. So.
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to it.
No, I don't pay attention to it either.
Well, you're definitely not refinancing, so why would you even
Yeah, but I like to.
know stuff?
I like to stay on top of things. I want to be included.
But you don't even get the junk mail,
Oh, I get my share of junk.
do you, for refinancing and stuff?
How about
Or
people
does that
trying
go
to buy your house?
That I'm sure.
No, I don't get any mail. They just text me directly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been getting those too, man. So, for like the last year. So, and then people send me like cards and, like they look like it's like, oh, it's my birthday. Thanks, man. Yeah. Then I realized it's like, no, I'm not trying to sell my house. Fuck you. How'd you find my birthday, motherfucker?
Yeah. The most egregious one is when they try to do something that looks handwritten.
oh, yeah.
I've got good at sussing those out, man.
I know.
Yeah, because you still got the mail merge, like fucking postal machine, like markings on the
I know.
side. Yeah. And so it's like, this isn't real.
Well, then you get like really upset because you flip it over and you're like, there's no indentation for where like a pen or a pencil would be. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
this is a font on a
fake.
You
Yeah.
fuckers.
Fake.
Yeah,
Fake news. Yeah.
I know. No, most of my junk mail is like buy this or, okay, I don't know why this is, but this is more email than anything else. Okay, 7 times a day I get told that my McAfee subscription has expired.
Yeah, I get those all the time too. I have never had McAfee.
Never, no,
Yeah.
nor have I.
Yeah. They got my Gmail off something somewhere. So
Well, evidently yours and mine were on the same list because they are constantly
yeah.
berating me. And I also I get these foreign texts about like and this is partially because I'm on WhatsApp. Is there a lot of
You're on
people-
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's not. It's not what you think it is. It's just
Well, I didn't know. Can you troll people on WhatsApp? Is that what you're doing? Are you opening up a new flank in the war?
No. As a matter of fact, the problem with my Twitter trolling is I'm actually starting to get a following out of it, which is
Really?
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man.
yeah, that's because people started thumbing through. Like I'd noticed, I'd get a whole bunch of profile visits and then like follows and stuff. So they're like, "Oh, this guy's like a true believer," or he makes me laugh, or something. It's like, "Oh man, that wasn't the point. The whole point of this was
Right.
to like see what people are sensitive about, and then
Just throw a match on it.
yeah, that was the
Then
whole
walk out
point.
the room.
Yeah, that
Well, if they're not like nerfing all your, if you're not shadow banned anymore.
nope,
So,
nope,
Are you gonna go full tilt?
well,
now?
how do you know?
because you can test it. You
Oh,
put-
okay.
You take your information and you put it in the tester. It'll let you know if
There's a
you're-
tester?
yeah, it'll let you know if your reply deboosted. It'll let you know if you're shadow banned. It'll let you know.
Who is this new?
Nope, it's been around for a while.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna
Oh.
see where the new line in the sand is? Do you need to make a different account to test the line in the sand? Do you
No,
like
I
having this one
don't. I
back?
don't need to. Well, if I get banned, I get banned. But I mean, it's like I don't care. But
Well, I didn't know if this is like a war hero that just came back from the war. You got pulled out of the pit in Vietnam, and you're like, "This is the hero. He's back."
no, man, it's
No,
not
it's
like
not
that.
Deer
It's
Hunter,
not. It's not. I'm not throwing my M60. Richard Crenna's not fucking saying it's over, Johnny.
It's over.
It's over. No, it's not like that. No, it's just that people are catching on. They're like, well, this guy says funny stuff to piss people off. I actually
Do you have like actual Nazis following you?
I check for that.
Do you look at their profile?
I try to do a pretty decent Nazi sweep. And this goes back to our Xbox Live days. And I guess that's the thing is I wouldn't be too offended anyway if what am I supposed to? It's not my responsibility to track whether I have a white nationalist following.
Technically, no.
Well, I mean, but if they are flying swastikas.
Then Twitter would have taken care of that.
Right, okay, so this isn't like Call of Duty where you can stitch together a swastika out of different clip art.
No, you're right. You're not. You're not tilting the M16s at 45 degrees to.
Right, yeah.
You can't see me drawing my air swastika, but these would be M16s.
You're doing it backwards, but
Not for me.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's not,
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, that's yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird place, but yeah, I have not gotten any kind of negative repercussions since Sheriff Musk said, like, knock this off.
Is Sheriff Musk gonna pull it off?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing they can do about it at this point. He just might get it for a sweeter deal.
Yeah. They could take him to the cleaners too, man.
They're going to take him to the cleaners.
Well, can't they hold him to that original deal?
That's nothing to him.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, here's the thing is he was originally going to pay that no matter what.
Oh.
His argument was that you did not disclose the amount of bots.
Right.
And actually, he said, you've disclosed this amount of bots, but the data says you have this amount of bots, so what are we going to do about this?
Oh, okay.
It's like doing a home inspection and finding out that
Asbestos.
the floorboards were rotting away.
You're about to have a lint dryer fire.
The sign said no asbestos. This is all asbestos. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hadn't seen any news on that lately.
Yeah, it's
So.
been quiet.
Yeah, no, it's been kind of a quiet news week. So
No, it hasn't.
really, what's been going on, man?
I haven't
Well,
watched
the
it much.
shootings.
Oh,
Yeah.
people-
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm sorry, I'm so inoculated to those, unfortunately.
Kind of me too. It was like,
Well, yeah, because there were like 3 more over the last like 2 days, or is it just the media just like, oh, all the, Ukraine, nothing's happening, Elon Musk not buying Twitter, so let's report on all the crime.
well, I mean, so there was Buffalo, then there was Texas, then there was the one yesterday.
Wasn't that in the hospital?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I
That
think
might
I
have been
did see
today.
that one. It might have been today.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that one. So
There's 4 people. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like really, really kind of. I mean, the Texas one was almost as bad as Sandy Hook.
Yep.
And it's like, I mean, that was like driving the discourse for months after that. And now some of it was thanks to Alex Jones. so that's kind of a slightly different spin on the news cycle. That's when someone literally drops a turd in a washer. So,
Oh,
but,
God.
God.
Disgusting.
It's better than dryer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You know what? The dryer was what I was thinking, but. Yeah.
So, but yeah, this one, like, already, man, I mean, I don't know. I really narrowed down my news sources now, so I'm kind of, I go through the world, like, looking through a toilet paper tube now. So,
I think it's fair.
yeah, it keeps me focused. Sometimes I bump into things, though, but, it's
Sure,
okay.
sure.
Yeah. But even my toilet paper tube didn't really, I mean, they gave all the bloody details on the second day, and it's absolutely horrifying,
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
The problem was the arguments remain the same. No,
They haven't changed in 20, not since Columbine, man.
the arguments remain the same. And I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know why, for some reason, I was thinking that somebody would come out and be like nuanced and say like, "Hey, I hear you,
Yeah.
and I have a solution."
Yeah. Yeah, no, the arguments have not changed. Columbine was what, 99?
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't changed in 23 years. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's...
Only social media is better, and it's for whatever reason they all post stuff, and nobody ever.
I think there was social media back then, was there?
No,
Yeah, it was.
was
Like
there?
like Genie.
99?
There wasn't.
Oh, there was a little bit, yeah. So you had Prodigy and stuff like that.
Like right around in 99. No, come
Yeah,
on.
MySpace?
Yeah, that would have been like
Okay.
the birth of like the MySpace era,
Yeah, because I know Facebook's not around for a couple more years.
I think. I think that would have been right
Facebook's
around
like
there.
2003. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's 2003. Twitter's like 2004. Yeah. So it would have been like MySpace or.
Yeah, there
I
was.
don't even think
something
those
out
guys
there.
were on that though. I don't remember social media even being a part of the argument.
No.
They left like written manifestos,
Yeah.
didn't they? Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about them being on social media. I'm talking about whether people were using social media.
Oh yeah.
Right. And what I can't remember is, I feel like MySpace was around then, but not really being used
Not for that,
or anything.
Well, you had your own MySpace page, and then you'd send your friends to it, and that was about it.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah,
You
you're
know.
not really.
You didn't have a news feed. You didn't have a
No,
retweet button.
no,
You didn't have
no.
a like. You didn't
No.
have anything like that.
It was just your way of saying like, I like these bands.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, you try to get hot chicks to check it out, and you know that's not going to happen.
The thing is, like
Yeah.
they say, they put this on social media and all this kind of stuff. I'm curious, like how many views they actually had. Before
I heard the
anything
Buffalo
happened.
one was that one was actually live streamed on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken.
Were
Yeah,
people
so was the
watching?
Christchurch one.
What?
So was the Christchurch one.
Oh, that was in New Zealand a few years ago.
Yep. That one was streamed.
But are people watching it so that, like, because they're saying this should have been solved preemptively because they should have seen this on social media. So
No, they were doing it live.
But for like the Texas one, like they're saying, they put up stuff on social media and things like that.
they
and you
do.
should have
Yeah.
known. Like,
Yeah.
do they have a lot of who should have been reporting?
My guess is that it's just like, all right, so if you're an 18-year-old angsty kid, you have to post an insane amount of shit to actually collect the attention of the authorities.
Right.
Right.
Not a guy
if
who's
they're
like
friends that are supposed to, or other people in the school that would
I
have
understand
happened to watch
really
it.
have that many friends.
Right. So who's
You know,
watching it
so-
that would have reported it?
Well, in theory, the algorithm. So, daddy algorithm, because I guarantee you there might be a few people like on the local police who, are assigned to monitor social media and stuff like that. But you're talking about drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah,
man.
there's no way. So I'm like,
There's no
you
way.
can't really blame the fact that it was on social media and somebody should have reported. I'm like,
Oh no!
How would you?
Yeah,
Who would have been
I'm not
watching?
going down that path. I'm sure some people are.
Oh,
but
it's a lot on the right side. Like they
blame
say-
social media.
Well, yeah.
Well, they're just
people
trying to
should have seen
divert everybody from the
guns.
gun issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's everything but
you
guns,
know.
but
So
I'm like, who's gonna watch this kid just?
the right is
screaming
very
about-
good about red flagging anything away from the Second Amendment. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Now the one that
So-
went to like the counselor and had pictures of like hand-drawn pictures of killing people and
Yeah.
stuff, like, that one, all right, yeah, that should
Well,
have been.
And see, that's the thing is you don't hear about the successes out there, you know, where they were
True.
like, oh, actually, we caught this kid, you know, he was stockpiling weapons. I mean, every now and then you'll get like a local news story. Like we actually had one of those at my university where the guy was getting ready to go in there and shoot and blah, 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 stuff like that. And they clipped him in the parking lot. They got him.
Wow.
So because other people had reported on this, watch out for this motherfucker. Okay.
Oh.
And yeah, so they got him. All right. You know, but I mean, that's not going to make it out of Southern Colorado. You know, you're not going to hear that anywhere else.
No, wasn't there about a week ago? Wasn't there a foiled plot to kill George W. Bush?
Really?
Was that real? I thought that might have been a hoax.
I can't remember, but
Yeah.
but they did say that they caught a guy.
Yeah.
And well, the fact that you're saying like, was that real? Was it like?
I did see
We
it.
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. It
Yeah.
wasn't enough big of a deal that they
Yeah.
actually caught the guy, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that we would have noticed is like,
If he got him.
where it's like, whoa, man, this guy, this they got him like Archduke Ferdinand style.
Oh, wow,
You
yeah.
know?
Catch your own grenade. Yeah.
we would have noticed that, and then like in like 2 weeks, they're like, oh, they're shelling the Ukraine again, you know. So
Yeah.
no, I did see the stream of the Christchurch shooting.
Yeah, I don't recall how that came to the attention of the authorities, but I'm pretty sure that one actually got shut down midstream, didn't it?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's this last one then.
No,
So-
what
Or there was another one in Miami, wasn't there?
the New Zealand authorities
Yeah.
clamped down on it pretty hard.
On Twitch?
They tried to get it stopped from being, spread throughout the internet, right?
Yeah, I can't really do that.
They
though.
sent, a lot of places capitulated, but
Yeah, sure, but
places
it's
where
out
I
there. It's
saw
out there.
it,
Yeah,
sent their
right.
letters
Yeah,
instead,
it started with
go
Chan
fuck
and
yourself.
something else. Yeah,
They said, you have no jurisdiction here, come get us.
right. Yeah, you have no power here.
Yeah, so like that's how I saw it. It's pretty disturbing. Well, I mean, this
Yeah,
was
I don't think I could bring myself to watch that. So,
it was
'cause that was a lot of people at that one. That was a synagogue, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I saw the footage of the one in Texas
Oh,
or in Buffalo.
oh yeah. But Twitch nipped that one almost immediately, right?
They did.
Yeah, that's what.
It's like people were like, "Guys, are you seeing this?"
Right. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Let me see.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw it. That was
Now that one was in a supermarket, right?
yeah.
God dang, man, they've been everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oddly enough, the truth is that even still, the statistics aren't that bad,
Oh no, they're great.
but it just seems like,
Way less
Every
kids.
day.
Way less kids get killed in schools these days than they did 20 years ago. Way less. So, yeah, it's just you get batches of like 20 of them where it's like truly horrific. Especially when you're talking about fourth graders, man. Come on, dude.
no,
That's
yeah, of
fucking
course.
terrible.
Yeah,
So-
and especially the circumstances surrounding this.
I mean, the rest of it always used to be high school stabbings and
Yeah.
things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
and this is the stuff where they had the issues with the cops not wanting to go in.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that story plays out. So something tells me that there's going to be a little bit of obfuscation going on that's going to give people something to kind of sink their teeth into, kind of like right after Columbine, or even after Sandy Hook. So That one was interesting too. They talked about the kid and his relationship with his mother. So,
Yeah, was that the dude that was? He would only send Facebook messages to his mother, even though he was like right down the hall.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Newspapers over.
Yeah, yeah, and he took all of her guns.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly feel like if there were going to be some kind of change, it would have been after that, and then
I
the
would've thought
Las
so.
Vegas shooting, which was.
Oh yeah.
The funny is, you've almost forgotten about that.
That's the one that everybody forgets about. It smelled horrific out of just about all. And the guy basically opened up with a saw on a fucking, Concord or on a concert. Who was that? That was
Oh, the concert?
yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
Oh, it was a big.
I know it was
yeah.
a huge thing. Dude, I was there the week before.
Yeah.
No, I was there the week before. I was in that. I was walking across that plaza. I was just wandering around.
Yeah, it was Mandalay Bay, right? Yeah.
Where he did the shooting from?
Yeah. Yeah.
From, yes.
Yeah.
Because that's overlooking the parking lot. Well, not the parking lot, but that center, that outdoor area.
Dude, that guy brought in crates of ammo. So
I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
Like even in hindsight, like if you guys were gonna do something, it would have been done then.
Yeah.
And
Well, they're not going to do anything in terms of gun control, man. So, I mean, it's not possible. And quite honestly, it's been long enough now where there's a question of efficacy behind it as well. So, I mean, shit, you're going to tell me you're going to ban a 30-round magazine or you're not going to be able to get that the next state over? Bullshit. Of course you can. So,
I feel like
I mean, I could do that when I was a kid. I remember here in Colorado, like, what was it? After Columbine, they actually limited, if I'm not mistaken, they limited pistol magazines, even though those guys were armed with with assault rifles and shotguns. And I went
to 10, right?
I think it was 9.
Yeah.
It might have been 10.
No, I think it was 9.
All I had to do was go to a gun show, and I could find all the 15-round mags that I wanted. So, because they're all grandfathered in. So,
I had friends that were hunting these things down like they were a rare Pokemon.
They were not. Yeah. They were not. They didn't even charge you more for them. So,
what if you buy one, you get one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it said, will you buy some ammo with that? Yeah, sure. I'll buy some ammo with that. Okay.
It was when you could get ammo.
Actually, ammo's not hard to get. So
you could find it again.
I am loaded with booty. So at this point in time,
Where'd you get it?
So online. So
Oh wow.
yep, I found my ammo supplier for the rest of my life. So
At a reasonable price.
yes, at a very reasonable price. So
And it's not like
it's not crap Chinese ammunition.
it's not like
Made in Soviet Russia.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking like Kevin's mom, making this stuff from like stuff she gets at Michael's.
No, it's not Etsy ammo.
God, I wonder if they have that. I'm sure.
No, I've known guys who do their own hand reloading. If you bring them brass, they'll do it for pretty cheap.
Guys on the rig would do that.
Oh, that's because they think it's fun.
Well, they do think it's fun.
It's not fun. I've done it. It's horrifyingly boring. It's like working in a typewriter factory, just putting E-keys on everything.
Well, and you're doing it on a location that strictly says do not bring any of these things on location.
They would bring that on the rig.
They'd have it in their sleep shack, and there's
Fucking
like
gunpowder, man.
gunpowder, the casings everywhere. It's like if anyone opens the door, it's just like. What? It's not like you can just throw the gun under the bed. You're like, half the place is just all ammo stuff. It's like, well, you're definitely getting fired.
Oh my God, they have to fire all of us.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Because that means so many of you saw this and didn't say, like, dude, stop.
I mean, if I was into that, I can't think of a better place to do it other than the explosive part. But like if you're literally stuck at your desk for like 12 hours a day, yeah, you can sit there. And
they wouldn't do it
out.
during shift. It'd be there off.
Oh,
time.
fuck that! I wouldn't do that. I'd sleep. So
No argument. Well, some of those guys would go pound a few and then
okay.
sleep. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, loading ammo while you're drunk is a great idea. So
Sure, it's been tried.
I've done it. So,
There you go.
So yeah, no, loading ammo is it's like if you're into fishing, you can get really dedicated and you can tie your own flies. I did some of that when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
you tie a fly, you kind of baby it a little bit. With ammo, it's just like you're so into the sport that you'd rather sit there and like save. Well, I guess so. There's the money aspect to it if you're just like ripping through 1,000 rounds a month. Something like that.
Sure.
But even then, like even with a casing, if you use that casing like 2 or 3 times, it's fucking useless after that.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've seen people try and baby him. When I was in the gun club, we would collect up all our brass after we were done and stuff like that. And like after a couple of uses, you'd be sitting there like scraping it out with a screwdriver, making each one of these take infinitely longer. So, and after a while, you're just like, fuck it, this one's done, So you're not really. It's so bad, man. It just like speaks to this form of brain AIDS.
Look, I'm not gonna. So the one thing that I won't, bag on people for with something like this is I would put that in the same place as people who are putting together Lego sets or things like that, where if it's something where doing a small task is good for, defragging the brain or whatever makes you feel good.
It might be that,
Sure, I understand.
Yeah.
Right? If you're doing it for an ideological level, I don't know.
See, the unfortunate thing is with the exception of the guys in my gun club, the few people that I know who've done it were completely ideological. Well, I don't want the government to know that I've been buying ammo. And it's like, okay. So, like my buddy Wayne, when he machined his own fucking M16,
right.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Holy cow.
It was like, oh, yeah, they can't track this one. And I was like,
okay. Well,
it's like, all right, buddy.
You're right.
You're right. So,
Look, the fact of the matter is, if I feel like it right now, I can go get a 3D printer and
you can get a really
my own handgun, a nice one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not perfect.
No, but it's workable.
Do they just have schematics online that you can just download, print?
Yeah, you can.
You're done.
Yeah, it's this is one of those moments where you can't close this door now.
Oh no, it's out there.
Right.
It's out there. Yeah. And I mean, shoot, even some military hardware's made out of composites now. So, I mean, I don't think your 3D printer could do most of those, but if you want a good...
It's supposed to.
Yeah, if you want a gun that you can take through the airport, yeah. So... No.
Yeah, it's a rough thing.
What was that movie where the guy actually made a plastic gun?
X-Men?
No, where he tried to shoot the president. What was that? It's John Malkovich.
Huh.
It's not the Jackal.
No, that's what I was thinking of first. Yeah, the Jackal.
No, that's just where Jack Black gets shot with his own gun.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Jack Black is fattest.
Well, it's not like he's exactly swole right now either, but
I don't think he's ever been, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that was the golden gun was a cigarette case.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But that's different.
That is different. Yeah. I don't remember the name.
Sure, I know
was it the one with Kevin Costner? No, that was JFK. There's another one that I'm forgetting of. Yeah.
No, it's something that's got a corny name to it. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I saw it.
It's not ringing a bell to me.
It's not one of the things that would jump out at me like I have to go see this.
No, it's like an early 90s kind of throwaway movie.
No, that's like around the same time where I was like, Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
Like that.
Is that the one where he keeps buying copies of Catcher in the Rye?
No, that one's Mel Gibson.
Oh, that's conspiracy.
Yeah. I was like, hold on. I know that one too.
No, you're talking about the one with Gene Hackman.
Yeah, and Will Smith.
And who?
Will Smith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, has he been in the news lately?
I haven't heard of him.
No? Okay. These two guys that I listen to, one of them's actually kind of tied into Hollywood a little bit, and there's this like humongous rumor floating around Hollywood right now that Will Smith is going to come out of the closet as full-blown gay.
That's been going around for a long time.
But yeah, I know that. I've heard that before, but now it's like, all right, so he and Jada are almost donezo, and he's going to come out. So in order to rehabilitate his image. So So there's a little conspiratorial.
Wow.
These guys are kind of like, you know,
They throw out
they
all
like to
these
spitball
things.
like stupid conspiracy theories, you know, ones that are fairly inconsequential.
Well, I mean, that was the same thing with the John Travolta. That was no rumor. That was that dude was full blown gay
Yeah.
for a long time. It was like, no, I'm not. Like, well, this is you kissing a man. It's like, and this is what your Turkish bathhouse, you know, guy says.
Right.
It's like, he's lying. It's like, yeah, but that's still you kissing a man. So I was like, all right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if he was like just completely gay or, you know, I mean, he was married to Kelly Preston and all, but
Yeah, that's true.
so I'm like,
yeah.
you know, well, I got it. And you guys are into what you're into. This is obviously
It's fine.
get
Church
to-
and Scientology will hook him up whichever way he wants to go.
I think so.
Yeah.
So
Did Kelly Preston die?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
a
Yeah.
couple of years ago,
Yeah.
yeah. That's just weird.
Did Scientology kill her?
I think cancer did.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was cancer.
I don't think they walk around with just like,
Cancer sticks.
well, like the tooth. You know, you don't just like bite into it and like cancer comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's fucking Hollywood, dude. I don't.
Yeah, I thought I saw that Jada Pinkett Smith had a interview coming out or something.
Who the fuck cares?
Exactly. I scrolled right past that one. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if these guys are right about this, though. So, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's even worse because it's like, all right, so you're gay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care about this woman in that way,
Yeah.
and you still hit Chris Rock about it.
Well, yeah, obviously he's an emasculated man at that point in time. So,
Clearly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then thus, you know, being like Will Smith and coming out of the closet as not only gay, but full-blown beta at that point in time.
Absolutely.
Probably put a little bit more burnish on that image.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, gay and beta and black. That actually makes a difference.
Dude,
in
that's a
that community.
trifecta right there.
Well, no.
Yeah.
'Cause remember, homosexuality is not huge in the black community in terms
That's
of
true.
overall support.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe they're the least tolerant of.
I don't know about that,
Really?
man. I would say like
Latino.
yeah, well, I'm not gonna say all Latino, but I would
But there's
definitely
a
say
crowd.
Mexicans. Yeah.
There's a crowd.
So the Norteños are. I've not met one. Yeah. Who was okay with that? So, you know, I think you get down towards El Sur, and maybe it's a little bit more acceptable. But you know, so
Yeah, it's not even a live and let live. It's more of a, and I'd better not find out about it.
right, yeah,
Because then I
yeah,
know if we're doing this right.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but I guess other than the shootings this week, I just really haven't seen that much. So, I mean, I don't want to read all those, man. They're just like depressing. So,
Well, I agree.
Yeah.
No, the only other thing that you can do right now is just basically sit there and ponder over some numbers and say, is this the bottom or is this going to get
oh,
worse?
with raviolis?
Oh God, no. That too. Actually, it showed a little bit of improvement. I was like, yay.
It
But
looked a little bit better
down.
today.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's stabilizing. I don't really feel like it's gonna shake.
I think it's going to sit for a while.
Yeah.
Until we find out what's going on with the Ukraine. It's probably going to bounce around in there.
There's that, and then there's the question of like they're about to hit $10 gas in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ouch,
It's
brutal.
it's at like 980.
Wow. Oh man.
All right, so I noticed my first piece of inflationary bullshit yesterday.
Costco.
Pizza. So yeah, fucking pizza. Domino's pizza cost me like $8 more than usual yesterday.
What?
Yeah,
$8
it was-
For pie?
No, this was a 2-pie order.
Oh,
So it was a
okay.
2-pie order, but it was still almost a $45 order because it's got a gas surcharge on it.
Wait, two pizzas
Two
cost you
pizzas,
$45
$45
from Domino's?
Yeah.
How many toppings did you throw on there?
2? Yeah.
You did not shop for a deal.
I don't shop for deals. I pay sticker price, thank you.
Oh my god. You should have gotten that for half price.
Really?
Oh yeah, they should have two topping deals for like $20.
Well, they didn't offer me
22.
any coupons.
Well,
so.
you asked.
What do you mean ask? Just
Do you have any deals?
do I say that into my phone
Yeah.
when I'm using the app?
Oh, well, the app should say them too.
Oh God! You're blaming William for thinking that you actually used your phone to make a phone call.
Right. I don't.
That's
It's
yeah.
fair.
that's-
I try and minimize.
It's not my
that, too.
mother. This does not serve that function. Yeah.
Well, it's funny too. I like the way Will mentioned it, like it's a prostitute, where you ask, like, if you're a cop, you have to tell me.
Right. Yeah.
Like, do you have any deals?
You have
Like,
to reveal them
Yeah.
now that I'm talking to you. It's full price garbage. It's done now.
I'm a repeat customer. Yeah.
Well, why don't you? Okay, if you did that on your phone, that'd be tough. But what about like using like the hunting extension, where it just searches out discount codes for you and then just tries them out for you?
The what?
I do not know this either.
I do not.
Oh,
know
it's just an extension you get in Chrome. It's called Honey, and what it does is whenever you go buy something, it just checks and sees if there are promo codes out there, and then when you go to check out, it just tries them out one by one. If they've been used up, they're no good. If there's something out there that's
No, I don't know anything about it. I thought you were like morally opposed to coupons.
that's not a coupon.
That's pretty close. Kind of coupon adjacent. So,
Look,
The techie coupon. but
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely.
hey man,
you.
if you wanna if you wanna back down off the coupon, hate, I'm gonna let you off that cliff right now, because inflation. If there's any time where you actually probably should start looking at coupons, right now would be the time. So
all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
It just so happens that every now and then, I mean, it just depends on what you're buying. Every now and then you see something that will get you like 10% off, and it's an order or like 15 or 50% off. You never know. And it just so happens you have an order that's like, well, it's like $100. Okay, I got this for half price. I didn't do shit.
yeah,
Right? And I didn't go through the weekly circulars and fucking, clip out 30 cents off a ham or any
Right,
other
yeah.
bullshit like that. It's just, the thing looked and it said, and I didn't solicit it over the phone and say like, tell me about your deals.
Valpak, that's what it is. Yeah, I was trying to think of what it was. Yeah, no, it's not the thrifty nickel. It's the Valpak.
It's the
yeah.
If you had a large enough order from Home Depot, would you sign up for the credit card
No.
to get?
No.
No, I don't do that either. So I've done that so many times and then had to close the credit cards later.
That's exactly.
So
They tried to get me $50 off because I bought a screen door, a glass screen door today, and they're like, "You want to open a credit card? Save $50." I was like, "No, I'm okay, thank you."
That's more an indictment.
How much was the
against me
door?
than it is them. Yeah.
300.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I would have done it either.
I was like, "That's a pretty good percent," but no, I'll need to buy a lot more.
Well, and if you only get $50 off,
Well, I think it's percent. I don't know.
it's got to be a percent. Yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise it'd be like, I'll take that $51 table saw.
Because I am tempted to get, like, I'm thinking of maybe getting a shed, and that's a decent chunk. That
Yeah, what do you need a shed for?
because I'm having 3 people into my house that have stuff.
Well, yeah, the shed is where your tools go.
It's got a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But you have a
Because
whole
outside.
floor. Like, you have a whole level of places to put.
Yeah, but you don't put an extra lawnmower in a basement, right?
Always.
Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Yeah.
it's outdoor stuff. She does like
Oh, it's crap. Oh, okay.
it's holiday decorations. It's all these kind of things.
But you have a trash can. That's where those go.
Right.
Nah,
I
I like
agree.
decorating the stuff, so
Oh,
I'm cool.
Sweet Lord, no.
I'm good with that. I always deck my house out for Christmas, and now she got more. And
You
it's
check out
even
the
better.
inside, man, not the outside.
Oh, I did the outside. I almost killed myself last year. So,
No. Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, certainly.
so yeah, she's got more stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. But
Yeah, so, like, I was talking to my brother. No, maybe it wasn't my brother. Somebody else at the bar the other day. This is about 4 beers in, so I don't think it was my brother.
Well, give us the best. Decipher it into sober. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was like bent on getting a shed when we were growing up for so many years, and he had 2 gardens in our backyard, and eventually he did turn one into a shed. Maybe like the last couple of years they were actually in that house. And he threw all this shit in it that just lived in there until he had to move. So,
Well,
just because the man was a pack rat, he was a very organized pack rat.
Well, see, you gave me a dartboard for my first wedding gift.
I remember that.
And
Pat and I both.
I would love.
Oh yeah, we went to the pool place to get that. Yeah.
I would love to get that stuff out of the back of my garage there and put it up on the wall and actually use it. And a shed would allow me to.
No.
See, I don't see this, man, because if you clear out the spice in your garage, it's going to get filled up with new shit.
Not if there's a dartboard there. Like, if I need to have that wall there.
So let me tell you how this works, man. All right. So you're going to have the dartboard there. You're going to have a hell of a time playing with it for about 3 months.
Probably, yeah.
And then after 3 months, you're going to forget about it for like a weekend. And something's going to move into that spot. Okay. It'll be something small and unobtrusive. And you can just move it if you want to play darts again. But you won't do it. And so what'll happen is something else will spawn on top of whatever that thing is.
Right.
And eventually you will not have that space, nor will you have a second shed to put all that stuff in.
The other thing, William, is for as safe as your neighborhood is, sheds are like the top thing that do get broken.
They're magnets because all your tools are in there. So
and they're not attached to the house properly.
no.
But
So-
she's paranoid and stuff like that. She actually puts a lock on it.
I have,
bolt cutters.
yeah.
Why are you gonna?
I'm not going to come bolt cutter your
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
This doesn't happen.
I got it, but
I don't know. So the Ring app the other day in my neighborhood actually had a breaking and entry, and it was legit. Yeah.
oh my God.
So, which is fucking terrible because it means that everybody else in the neighborhood on the Ring app now is going to freak the fuck out whenever something, there's some dude in the neighborhood.
So many stupid
Oh, no,
things.
man.
Oh God, some of the comments, man. There was
I love getting caught up on these. Okay.
there was a girl that came up to someone's house, and like it was literally after like graduation and stuff like this. And so she went to the house and tried the door, and like she's wearing like tank, and she's like kind of covered, and they're like, oh, they're not here, they're not here.
Was she wearing graduation gown?
No, but it was like party clothes.
Oh, okay.
And so she came up and they're like, oh, you should call the cops. You should do this. And they're like, finally someone's just like, or she could be out and is at the wrong house because she was drinking.
Right, yeah.
People, come on. Let's go
Yeah.
back to when you were that age for, 5 seconds.
Yeah. No, so my Ring app area actually had a legit like breaking
That's pretty-
entry. So where a guy showed up in a utility vest.
Oh,
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, with a crowbar. So this guy obviously knew what he was doing. All right. Walked around the house, checked, make sure that nobody was home. Popped the lock off because the door that went into the garage. Okay. Not the garage door, but like a back door that went in the garage. Popped that one, got in there, got in the lady's car. Okay. Used a crowbar on her inside, between the garage and the house. Went all through the house, picked out valuables and shit like that. 5 minutes or less, he was gone.
Wow.
Okay, so it was legit, dude. As far
Holy
as
cow.
yeah, guess what time of day it was?
The middle of the day.
11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So everybody's also like, "Well, I hope he tries to break in." I was like, "You're not home either, motherfucker." So this is why he does it at 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's just like, so what are you doing? Are you cleaning your guns in the manager's office at Best Buy?
Right.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. Don't. People love to talk like what it must take to flex fucking nuts on the Ring comment board.
Well, it's all anonymous too. So
That's even worse. Okay.
It gives you like you have this like radio, like this radii. All right, and the comments show up like within a radius of your house, okay? And so, but you can't tell where somebody. See, the funny thing is like I got a couple of people in my fucking street, and they're like, "Oh, check this out." I was like, "That dude lives right over there," and this is the guy who comes through on his motorcycle every night.
Oh my God.
Okay, come on, man. So
I can't endorse it. I would just bother people on there all the time.
well, and the cops have full access to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the thing. If you actually go through and read the thing, you can't turn that off.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the cops have full access to all that. So,
I get for that. You know, there's a point to that where
that is not what I would expect you to say.
Well, no,
Sure.
no. There's something that like those should be the only people that have routine access to this. I'm like, that's fine. Like if the cops can actually filter through, you know, some of the bullshit, or the jerk offs like me who are just sitting there like giving out like false tips.
All right, I do have to give it props for one thing. It's very good at finding lost pets. So
yeah.
people will jump on there and say like, "Oh, was this your dog? I saw it." It's like, it's okay. I'm going to put it in my yard. PM me over here. You know, it's like that's fucking cool. You know,
100%. Yeah, you know me when it comes to lost animals.
sure, yeah.
It's like
I've seen you get out of moving cars to go.
yeah, true. Well, because I hate that feeling. It's like somebody misses their dog.
Oh yeah, no. If one of my cats went missing, I'd be like apoplectic, man. So
I've tried to catch a cat. Forget about it.
you can't catch them.
Cats,
They
don't
got to
wanna
come
be
back.
caught.
They got to come back.
Although every now and then, I mean, like I had the cat on my roof that was.
You had a
like-
cat on the
What?
roof? Oh, I remember. That was a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, this cat just wanted to be taken care of.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. I 100%. I was like, I would keep you in a heartbeat. It
Yeah.
was just the sweetest thing. But, yeah, well, sometimes cats, when they're lost, they'll come to somebody for
They
help.
will, especially if they're domesticated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the best thing with a cat you can do is just chip them. So yeah. But
And then there's this lunatic where it's just like,
the dog that operates like a cat.
sort of, yeah. Yeah.
So
It's like, I'll be somewhere and I'll be back. And you don't have to know, but I'm gonna be back here.
yeah. Hopefully not smelling like too much garbage.
It happens.
I know.
It's like,
Where have you been?
clean the ketchup off, man. You look like my nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is how he looks.
Yeah, my daughter's kind of the same way. So
Does she lick the plate?
Yeah, there's always a little bit of ketchup somewhere. So it's either on the kid or it's on the table or it's on the floor. There's always a little bit of ketchup somewhere.
I was talking to one of my students about that. I was like, she was asking, like, "What do you want?" Kids are like, "No ketchup in my house."
Yeah, they won't have you. Yeah.
It's like you either like coffee or you don't. So it's like if you're drinking it, right? I'm not gonna let you put like 4 peppermint sticks and a whole can of whipped cream, and so it's like, drink that. Go to McDonald's and get a McFlurry or a shake or something, because you don't want coffee, right?
Right.
If you want to drink coffee, get coffee.
Right.
Don't drink my fucking like $25 coffee and put a whole bag of Skittles in it, because I'm starting to get pissed. Don't act like it's fine. If
It's
you
fine.
just
Go-
don't like it, don't
yeah.
drink it.
Go drink what you want to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I got you.
And that's exactly where I am with ketchup. It's like, do you want fries, or do you just want to take a hit off the ketchup bottle?
With my daughter, it's definitely just a hit off the ketchup bottle.
It sure seems easier to just drink the stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something morally that I cannot endorse that behavior. So without the fries, there would be no ketchup, and that would make her sad.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't want her to just take a spoonful of ketchup out of the thing.
You'd have to have a talk. You're like, you can't do this.
It's like, you got to put it on. So you got to at least put it on a hot dog. So find something that you like to eat and then put ketchup on it. That's fine. So
put it between 2 slices of bread. I don't care.
that's fine. Ketchup sandwich is great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now that is Holocaust food right there. That is like,
I don't know if you can get bread in the Holocaust, but yeah, I bet you there's ketchup around. So.
No, 'cause all the kids would have drank it.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that was that was just something I was having like a little like spat about, was the existence of ketchup. And I don't hate ketchup, right? There's a time and place for it.
Sure.
And if you want to put that on your wiener, that's fine, enjoy it, right? But or say, for example, if you want to like dip your tater tots in it, great, right? But just this, you dip the fry, you suck the ketchup off, fry went back in.
Just use your finger already.
I can't
I wish I could tell you that has not happened.
Oh, it's happened.
It's happened. So I've seen her do it with carrots. So yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Well, that's because you're trying to get her to not to eat so many tater tots. So maybe you'll eat carrots. She's like, sure, can I have some ketchup? We're like, got it.
Foiled us again.
Well, this is again.
No, because that's what is that? What is that useless candy where you get the it's that like chalky white stick and you dip it in powder.
Fun Dip.
Okay, yeah, that's
Love Fun Dip.
You dip it in powder?
It's sugar. You have a sugar stick that's hard with pouches of different flavor sugar, and you stick it in after you licked it. You stick it in there, and all the sugar sticks to it, and you lick it again, and you.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But
Okay, I've never had that though.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, again, I'm about the sugar injection, so yeah.
Right. Okay.
you'll find it in
Halloween candies, it's always there.
I never got one of those in one of my. Well, I bet you if my daughter had one, she probably beelined right to that. So I didn't
Like
know about
stashes it under the bed. They're not gonna steal it from me.
you'll find them in bad gas stations next to the Big League Chew.
Oh man, Big League Chew. I haven't had
That's
that
the best
in a while.
gum on
That's
the
the best
planet.
gum on the planet. So, yeah, I used to get that at Kid all the time.
But yeah, Fun Dip is essentially that's my whole argument against like ketchup is
It's Fun Dip.
But it's just in the name. It's
Yeah,
fantastic. Like it's fun dipping it. Like you're just smiling the entire time you're doing this,
it takes so long to eat.
which is good. Like a slow sugar distribution process is much better than something you can just inhale a ton of.
See, that's what I
Like
do with
Pixie
nerds.
Stick.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Pixie Stick is that much sugar. It's in a Fun Dip.
Man, do
It's
they even
gone
still
in.
make pixie sticks?
Oh yeah,
Oh man, I haven't had one of those in.
you can still
Since
get the
high school.
giant ones
Yeah.
and everything else.
Isn't the whole idea of the Pixie Stick like so the individual stick they're small.
They are.
Yeah, there's like stir straws. Yeah.
Right. So if you go ahead and down that's fine. Right?
If you
Yeah.
stop at one.
well, you're only supposed to get one.
Well,
Where
yeah,
are
but
you
we,
getting
everybody
more?
know that we used to take like 10 of them.
Yes.
off all
Well, of
10.
course. And then
And
of
then
course
choke on the sugar as it goes
Yeah.
down your throat as you're breathing.
of course, yes. And then there's the one that's round enough to fucking siphon gas from somebody else's
Right.
tank. That's the one where you
I
like,
remember that one.
like whoa, slow
Got like
down,
a
man.
rip top on it.
It's got a warning label attached to the top.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Like you have to actually like release the spoon before
Right.
before you can eat it.
Yeah.
That's the one that you're supposed to like. Whoa,
Calm it down
maintain,
there.
buddy.
Take it easy.
Well, what are you going to do when you're like, okay, I've had one, and you're supposed to stand this 2-foot straw up somewhere that doesn't spill? You got to just go then.
It's crazy. It's like crazy that they'd even market such a thing. So, yeah.
Man, it's you're taking advantage of the fact that kids moderate very poorly.
They're terrible at it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, like and it's amazing how much they get away with too, man. So on that, like my daughter eats garbage,
My kids.
and her legs are about this big around. I'm making the size of a quarter here.
My kids as well.
We're not even talking a distressed penny.
Yeah, distress pen. Yeah. So no, it's crazy, and she keeps growing. It's like I keep feeding her Oreos. It's like nature's miracle grow for kids.
But the thing.
Mine are small.
But see,
so
and
I don't
the
know.
funny thing about that is like I go up there and I pick her up from school, and there's other kids that I've seen that had like basically her same body style when they were in first or second grade, and some of those kids are large now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, man, it's like it's got to be like 80% genes, man, because I know these kids eat all the same shit. So
Which is terrifying.
it is kind of terrifying.
But But if there was a 100% correlation, and you could say that these foods equal this growth,
right.
the things that you all put in your kids would have you put in like jail, but that's not true.
Yeah, it doesn't work
it's-
like
it's-
that. Yeah.
yeah. Because the other problem is I can't turn around and then say like, all right, well, what else are these kids eating? How much of it?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Like My dad had kind of like a gut going, not bad by today's standards.
I don't remember
Yeah,
your dad having
not
that much
bad.
fun. Not like my dad. So,
Okay, yes.
It was definitely enough that he could shake it.
he's a little fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full keg. It was kind of like a
Right.
No, but it's not like Pat's where it was like, it tattooed like property of Jameson's across the top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that was where that came from. But like, so he had a gut, and my dad would come home and eat sweets every night. He
Yeah.
wouldn't sit there and like pound them, but
it was definitely moderate. It wasn't.
well, it seemed like he got off on eating exactly how much he put in the container. Dad never went straight to the can as his measuring tool, right? It was this many Durkee potato sticks go in the little bowl, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm going to eat, right? I'm going to take 5 of these after 8 mints.
And I will never go back and grab. more.
Oh, yeah. No,
Correct.
my dad was not like that. He took the entire bag of Snyder's with him. Yeah. The big, long, like, foot-long
The rods.
pretzel sticks. The rods.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are the best. Those are the
They
best.
are the best.
Yeah.
He did have good taste in pretzels. Or there was another one that he'd get. These big sourdough pretzels that were about this big. It's about the size of a
Snyder's
cassette table.
Yeah.
Were they Snyder's too?
Well, the brown box.
Yeah, it's a big brown
Yeah,
box.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looked like a cereal box, but it was filled with things that were much better.
You don't put milk on it though.
No. So
Like, I did go to in the grocery store. I was like browsing the cereals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did see mini churros.
oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, but I did not see pretzels. And that,
Pretzels. Oh, and
And
the
the cereal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a sophisticated adult taste.
That,
right
yeah,
there.
you have to go around the edge to
Pretzel
get to the
cereal.
snack mixers or
Yeah.
something. So no.
And you got like cartoon elves on it, and they're like, buy mini pretzels.
That is one thing my kid will not eat is cereal. So
Wow.
never gotten into breakfast cereal.
Livy
so,
does. William won't touch it.
Yeah.
He won't?
No?
Nope.
Yeah, Libby threw a fit when I was eating her.
What were you eating?
He's stealing them out of the box. He's popping them in.
What were they?
Fruit Loops.
Oh, Fruit Loops? Oh, I'd eat those right now. So,
What are you? It's like,
Yeah, he literally, once she freaked out, he's like, no.
oh, yeah, that was
Why?
right.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you. Stop me.
Stop me.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what that is?
That's
Bullying.
bullying, Joe.
Oh, shoot.
You
I didn't-
bullied your niece. Yeah.
But she,
But she was laughing at it too.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It won't be when she's 16. So she'd take it out on him.
I'll still be bigger than she is.
I think she's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
I don't know, man. I know it's just, so my kid, she's making the great transition.
To teenagers.
Yeah. And so the amount of surl that
Oh,
it's getting there. So we're getting a little surly about things.
I don't get it from William at all yet. But I have a 13
He's
and
a
14 year
boy.
old.
He's got a
that
couple years to
lives
go, man.
with me now too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
how are they get along with you?
We're good. Like they're not close or anything like
Yeah.
that, but they're super nice and super kind and quiet and
Are they girls?
yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, they seem fine. For her, she says one of them is pretty disrespectful, but I'm just like, it's not that bad.
Well, she called you the N word.
But I'm not black, so it doesn't.
I'm not black. It doesn't affect me. Yeah.
No, I'm just like, that's not bad. I'm like, they're bad out there. You're doing good.
There are definitely issues.
You're good. So
So I watched my brother-in-law has been going through this with his 2 oldest kids for a while, and they're both girls. One of them just graduated high school, and it's just like, get out. It's like, join the army or leave. So- man, yeah, that one's been kind of rough.
Yeah, that's one of those like hair is a privilege, not a right sort of
Correct,
situations. We're gonna
shave that shit off.
Uh-huh.
Tighten those sideburns.
I'll see you in 0500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your running shoes.
Yeah. What are you talking? I'm going to run your bad attitude out of you.
Yeah.
You will be too tired to bitch at me.
So,
Which is, ironically, how you train dogs.
I don't think there's anything ironic about that, man. I think that's just a trick.
If you get them tired enough, they become submissive.
Yeah.
And more apt to. Yep, that's one of the things I had to do with this one.
It's not happening with the two I'm training.
No, they sound cute though.
They're
really
super
do.
cute.
They sound super cute.
Are they little dogs or
Yeah, they're Shibas.
Shiba Inus? You gonna buy the coins?
I don't know. But two of the girls came in from the neighborhood and looked at them and they're like, "Are they stuffed animals?" Because they didn't even move from the spot. They're just stood there and then a blink. It's like, see, they're real.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have dogs that are cute enough that they just blink, I mean,
They look like stuffed animals.
That's so cute.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Yeah. I always saw you as like a Chihuahua guy.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Or me.
Oh, no, you wanted a monstrous dog.
I did.
Yeah, you wanted a half bear. So, yeah.
Every now and then I do check like the Colorado Springs Craigslist or whatever.
Free bear.
Well,
Yeah.
canine counterparts. I'm like taking a look at like the Samoyeds and stuff like that. I'm like, does anybody have, one of these giant marshmallow dogs? And then
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's a guy in my neighborhood, he's got a Saint Bernard.
Oh wow.
so cool.
They're humongous. Actually, he's got a corgi mix too. We call him Fat Elvis.
It's not Fat Elvis? Oh man.
Elvis is pretty chubby. He lives on my block.
Well. when a regular Elvis came to me, he was portly Elvis, right?
Oh no, this guy is mid 70s.
Oh no, there's there's portly Elvis and there's like fucking Marlon Brando and
This is definitely the Marlon Brando.
Yeah,
version of Elvis. Yeah. Elvis was a dog, for those of you who don't know.
great dog. But yeah, we got him in shape.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Dog
No,
did a lot of running.
I think my cat stopped getting pudgy. I still call her Tubbs, but so
Was it finally capped off?
I think she's capped off. She's just muscle now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So
What changed that? She stopped getting high?
stop. Yeah, I think so, man.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know
out of the
what's wrong
stash, and I
with
won't take her down to the store anymore. So,
You got a
you need
red
to stop
card?
that or get a job. Get off my Xbox.
Stop calling people that.
Yeah, God, fuck.
Just because you hear it in rap songs doesn't mean you get to say it.
Right, yeah, exactly. Will not tolerate that word in my house, young lady.
Sorry, man. I still can't get over the idea of just what would happen if your pet started talking one day. They've seen everything. They know who you are.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
And, just one day they sit down and they're like, sup?
Yeah.
They're like, what do you know? What do you want to talk about? How smart are you?
You're right.
Right?
Have you been keeping notes?
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You don't know if the animal is... Like, obviously, this isn't like Garfield level where it's like...
Well, he always had the thought bubble. So even though he communicated with John, it was always a thought. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, it's this weird telepathy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it seemed like they were talking, and sometimes they weren't.
I guarantee you there were a lot of times where they're directly talking to each other. Jim Davis just forgot what he was doing. So... Or it was just in a constant inside joke. Well, the cat's just thinking this, and it's all in John's head, So
That's the joke.
Oh.
That's...
Yeah.
No, well, there's this strip they've been doing for years where they replace Garfield with a regular-looking house cat.
Yep.
But John just talks to...
He's the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the same... This is also the other one I liked was Garfield minus Garfield. Where it was just John's insane fucking ramblings because there's no cat that he's talking to.
Yeah, I see that one. See the violent one too, where Garfield keeps killing John. Yeah.
And frankly, the one the one that I enjoy lately is if you go back to, I know you know this strip because it's so far out of places in the first year when Garfield is huge.
Oh yeah.
Right. And there's one strip, I have no reason why it was in there, is the punchline is Garfield is smoking John's pipe.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Okay, and the whole setup is, now where could my pipe be? And then the last panel is Garfield has and he's smoking his pipe.
Smoking his pipe.
And the whole concept of that strip is the last box is always Garfield smoking a pipe, and somebody's yelling Garfield. But the setup is different every time.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
It's the fat Garfield.
The enormous
Right,
one.
yeah. The original one.
Yeah, the one that looked... How big would you compare him to? What, like a medium-sized safe?
He's
I don't know.
he's still a cat, so I'd say he's a pretty round
But
ottoman.
he's huge.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah, no, I remember. I still have those books somewhere.
The art style on those is insane. It's
Jim Davis actually went through an interesting evolution there because do you know about his original comic strip? The one with the bugs, A Bug's Life or whatever it was?
no.
So his first one, it has to do with flies or mosquitoes or some shit like that.
Why not?
Okay, but okay, but it's got the same googly eyes. It's got the same always 3/4 view on everything. Okay, so you never see anything in profile or dead on. All right, ever in any of those because he can't draw that way. Later, he got to the point in time where he would draw Garfield or Odie dead on. But I dare you to find one of John. So it's an actual person.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure eventually he took a stab at it, but it was not his normal thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, because his thing was always the circle and the C, and those were your eyes. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would argue, I think it's possible that they may have had to come up with an animation model with that first before he actually drew that.
An animation model?
Yeah, because they were doing specials so early on with Garfield.
He had 4 or 5 years before he got his first special, because Garfield went from fat, and he did that 2 or 3 years, and then he started to trim down.
Well, no, but this is what I'm saying here is because they started turning him into a cartoon early, they have to make animation models for when people are drawing this.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I feel like they may have actually come up with the model for up front before he actually drew him.
Oh, yeah, you might be
in
right.
anything other than 3/4.
Yeah, you might be right. So, and they might have changed his body style and stuff just for the animation eventually, because eventually he got really streamlined with big feet, big hands. Yeah.
Yes.
So he started looking Mickey Mouse-ish after a while.
A little bit.
So,
yeah. And actually, John actually got truncated a little bit, and they gave him a little bit of a gut versus being just a straight up and down.
He was a straight up and down dude. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking AIDS patient looking guy.
Well, you never know what happened to Lyman, huh?
I wondered if you'd pick up on that.
Yeah. I remember,
I know that Lyman disappeared and left his dog behind.
He disappeared and he left
That
us.
was over.
I think he and John had a little fight. So over what, we'll never know.
Well,
So,
I know in the breakup, John kept the dog.
John did keep the dog.
So
I think Lyman got the car. So
you know what? Fuck it. Because John worked from home.
that's right. He was a cartoonist. Very creative, Jim Davis. Yeah. It's kind of like Jerry Seinfeld. What do you do for a living? I'm a comedian.
Most successful show.
I know, man. Yeah. Well, hands down, the comic strip that made more money than any of them. So,
Garfield.
Lord, yes. So
I can't think of anything that would compete. I mean,
Peanuts.
You could argue Peanuts, but Peanuts.
for the amount of time, so if you actually broke down revenue per year, I bet you Garfield crushed all of them. Just because he turned it into an entire, he did the Kiss theory. So if there can be a lunchbox with Garfield on it, it needs to be there.
It should be.
Yeah. I know. I bought several of them as a kid.
I had the little swinging wall clock and all that other stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I still have a Garfield bed for my cat.
Oh yeah. Squish.
Oh yeah, squish all the ears down.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, there's that. There was the famously that was the 4 suction cup.
Oh yeah, that you hang up on your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the baby on board days.
Yeah.
That was huge. I mean, so and this is me talking badly about Garfield. I kind of like Garfield.
Garfield's great. Yeah,
like it's one note.
it always has been. Yeah,
But they didn't. Garfield never took the time to like stop and say like, I'm going to talk to you about capitalism. It never
wandered into depression territory either. Yeah,
It never decided to walk into us. So it's like, I need to talk to you about social justice. Like, fuck you.
Yeah,
You're Garfield. You don't get to do this.
God dang, so many other comic strips did that, man. So I remember over and over again. There were so many of them after a while. It's just like, you can't read this anymore.
It's up its ass. I'm not, and God knows I'm not going to walk into the terrible territory of Funky Winkerbean or...
See, nobody's going to even know what you're talking about, man. I mean, you're talking about the funny pages.
Those that do will... They're either like, oh, no, you don't talk about Funky that way. Or there's going to be people like, God, I hated that.
That was... I'm that... Yeah, that comic strip was one of the most pointless ones. I'd probably read Mary Worth before I read that one. So...
Mary Worth knew what it was.
Exactly.
Funky Winkerbean was like... It was this dumbass, strip that they eventually said, like, I have a platform. I have to change the world.
Well, yeah. So many of them have done that, man. So,
I never read that one, so...
Funky Winkerbean.
There was a lot of ones that
there were a bunch of those that used to do that.
Thing.
That one. Rose's Rose was the same way.
It eventually took a weird...
Luann.
Did they still have like a comics page in newspaper? Newspapers?
Do they?
I have no idea.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they keep winding up above the urinal at work. So apparently there is a newspaper somewhere that still prints a few comics. So
yeah, they do. Yeah, they still exist.
Yeah,
but what are you gonna do? You're not going to have like superstar comic strip artists at this point.
They're all online now, man.
Yeah.
So and that's even if you decide to look for them.
And that's a totally different kind of audience right now.
No, the only ones that I was reading for a while was Kotaku used to put out all their game strips for a while. Some of those are pretty good, but my God, there's some. It's like, guys, text discipline, please. It's like I'm not going to sit here and read this fucking 8-line block of text. I seen the same thing in political cartoons going on lately too. They're insufferably bad. Because it's just like, okay, you should use the visual and give me a line. I should be able to get it. But then there's these ones. And, all right, so they do tend to lean a little bit left, the ones that are a little bit more explaining than the other ones.
Well, yes, yeah.
But, like, the ones that lean right are so far on the nose, sometimes that it's just like, well, that's not funny either. So, yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, that's the meme right now is basically, like, you take a left political cartoon. It is just a transcription of Das Kapital, and then you take a right-leaning political cartoon, and the punchline is you're gay.
You're a libtard.
And then there's a spot in between where the art becomes the thing, where you don't even look at the punchline. It's like you have actually drawn a donkey and an elephant in suits and labeled them Democrat and Republican.
Yeah, I don't think they need this. Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Everything's labeled. Like, the street is labeled like Washington. Yeah. And you see there, like, there's like a bag with like dollar signs on it. It's like taxpayer money.
Taxpayer money. It's like a Richard Scarry book. Republican, Democrat, Libertarian.
Oh yeah.
Car, mouse.
And then you see that there's like just like a face in the background, gun control lobby.
Right.
And then it's absurd.
Right.
And it's a shame because like
I used to really like some of those guys.
Yeah, there were some super talented political cartoonists out there.
What was Mother Goose and Grimm? Mike Peters used to do a political cartoon for, it was like Cincinnati or something.
Oh yeah,
they used to publish that
Dayton.
shit.
No,
it was, you're right. It was Dayton. They used to publish that shit in our paper here all the time. He was like one of the best. So
I've got the book that he signed to my dad.
See, that's awesome. Yeah. Of Mother Goose and Grimm.
No,
Or is it Bill the Cat?
No, it says.
Oh no, that was Doonesbury.
Berkeley. I can't remember, but no, this was Mike Peters' political cartoons.
Oh, see, that's cool.
Yeah.
They all got Ronald Reagan in them now.
Yeah, the sketch was of Reagan.
Yeah, okay.
Reading out a caption to my dad.
Oh, very cool.
The dedication to my dad.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you showed me that one.
Yeah, it's in his win one for the Gipper.
Win one for the Gipper. Yeah. Yeah, that was different back then, though, man. So, like I said, like Politica, they'll put out a whole batch of cartoons every single week just from papers all across the country.
Yeah.
Man, most of them are bad. They're just not good anymore. So, there's a couple guys who are a little bit on point, but,
They'll have a little bit of subtlety, guys.
they just don't have that anymore, man. So
That's not what politics is.
No, it's certainly not what satire is, that's for sure. So,
well, you're on the verge of making me go into another fucking Netflix rant. So, what are we at?
we're at $1.25.
Okay, all right. So before I start, bitching about how politics has wormed its way into every form of media, my only question is, do you want to go down this path, or are you is $1.25 good? I'm
pretty good at $1.25 unless you have one shining example that kind of puts a cherry on it. So,
well, all I can say is evidently, and shoot, this is my fault for not going out to see it. Evidently, the new Top Gun movie not only restored the patches that they covered up in the previous versions, right?
The Taiwanese one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Evidently, that is a full-blown America's Awesome movie.
Oh, yeah?
And I did not expect that to be the case, so I might just have to go out there and see, wow, I am watching a movie devoid of fucking crap.
We're going to shoot down, nondescript Iranian planes in the Indian Ocean again, or what?
They are supposed to be nondescript Russian planes.
Oh, darn it. I was hoping to be in the South China Sea. That would be pretty easy.
Yeah. So evidently that's the case, and like I said, the patches are back on because
Paramount decided to say fuck it.
No, it turns out that the money that they were getting from Asian interests,
the CCP, yeah. Oh, I did see that 10 cent backed out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they said, all right, well, we're going to take the blurring effect off.
Oh, there's a blurring effect.
No.
Oh.
But basically, it's okay, well, why don't we just go ahead and go with the raw footage, and instead of spending the $4 million on CGI changing patches, it's we're gonna put it in raw. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
So yeah.
I'm not terribly surprised because the last guy, what was it? That was on Lao Wai's channel maybe 2-3 months ago where he talked about
the Marvel movies and stuff.
Marvel movie, and so basically the only reason why they were going to blur them out was because Paramount wanted to get a couple of their pictures into China.
Yeah.
But they're not letting anything in.
Nope. They're
and so
we've got this figured out now.
And so that guy was basically well, fuck it anyway. You're not getting it in, so you might as well put out the movie that you want to.
Yeah.
So good on them if they actually went that direction. I don't know though, man. It's just that one. I don't know. I don't think I'll go to the movie theater to see it, but.
Well, here it's actually awesome. That's
really good.
Yeah, okay.
I was for the longest time you know me, for the past I don't know 3 years. It's stop reanimating the corpses of things that I once enjoyed. Right.
Well, that one's been dead for a very long time.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
it's not like you had 8 bad movies between now and the last one. So,
well, that's the same with Ghostbusters, and boy, was that a treat.
I'm sorry, 4 bad ones between now and whenever there
were those other ones in there. Yeah,
the one with the river of slime. Yeah.
There's a RetroCon reverence for Ghostbusters 2, and I just don't think that was the case at the time.
I'm sorry.
think
I
most of
watched
us-
it not too long. It's terrible. It does not hold up at all. So everybody's singing to the slime to get it to go away.
Oh yeah.
That movie's woke before it like actually happened.
Bro, I don't even want. You want to talk about the biggest problem that I have in movies like that is to take the triumphant ending of the first one and literally undo it.
Dinosaurs are boring.
Well, they have to undo all the stuff of the last movie so they can do it again the same way.
Yeah.
And I find that offensive.
Right, yeah. So it's like, well, everybody forgot about the Marshmallow Man, and so
Well, they said they got
Ghostbusters
sued
broke.
for it.
We got sued, yeah.
Which is absurd.
Right. Obviously, that dickless guy was not so dickless, you know.
You get sued, like literally the mayor signs off on it.
Right.
They're like, oh, you guys got sued. Oh, and this, you're gonna punctuate it by having this kid say that he dislikes you guys are doing birthday parties. I'm like, don't undo the first movie by doing this shit. I mean, this is the whole like evidently like Marvel is scrambling right now because they don't know what to do with their own continuity. Like nothing makes sense anymore.
Because they're just spitting out so much stuff so fast that
And
they're trying to figure out what's actually canon, if they're letting Daredevil have his old story, if there's just so much, and then like what all these new characters are doing, like
and you spent 20 movies or something building up to like, all right, well this guy's pretty powerful, and then you do go in other ways like, well actually this person's just as powerful because of a book, you know, and it's
Oh, Lord.
you know, and it's there's this whole like, well why didn't you, why not this? And so, you know, I mean, good on you for sticking through it, I guess.
I still haven't seen Morbius, but other than that, I've seen every other Marvel thing.
I hear that they're greenlighting 3 more Star Wars movies, too.
I've watched the first 2 Obi-Wans.
Have you?
How are they?
What are they? What do you think?
Okay, that's not a ringing
Oh, wow.
endorsement. Yeah.
Man, you're not.
You're usually pretty on board with shit pretty quickly, man, if you like it.
They're doing the whole take away his powers thing.
Really?
Yeah, because he hasn't done shit for 10 years, so he doesn't know how to fight it.
You got fat?
They didn't make him fat, but
You have to do the Rocky
not fat
montage, is he
Thor.
cracking eggs?
but it's probably coming somehow that he's gonna have to
Lord,
train
yeah.
himself back into it. And,
Oh, I hear he's got to fight Darth Maul. So,
at this point, there's no chance in hell that could happen.
good.
He would get slaughtered.
Maybe that should happen. Let's just fuck up the whole thing while we're at it.
So, I mean,
Please.
it was entertaining enough to get through it and all that kind of stuff. It's going, but I was just like, come on, not another one where they take away his powers.
I saw yesterday, and I did not click on it because I did not want to read about it because I don't want to encourage this horse shit. But apparently 3 more are now in the pipeline.
I don't believe that.
Totally
don't know.
different characters, I hope.
Nope.
Oh God.
Nope. So
With Ray?
I don't think so. I think it's actually supposed to take place before everything else. So
Like pre.
not like all the way back to Old Republic shit. So we'll go stomp all over that. So I have no idea.
Huh.
I did not click on the thing. I do not encourage this
okay,
behavior.
okay.
So Star Wars needs to fucking die.
Well, what if it was something like pre everything?
Put it in the
there's
vault
no
for 20 years, I'll look at it
Skywalkers,
then.
no anything,
So-
and it's just
It was called Rogue One, and they shelved that entire thing after Solo didn't do as well. So they were actually onto something with some of that shit. And then no, I'm sorry. People like the trilogies.
Yeah, but they do and they don't. Look, there's no way to get around the fact that the newest trilogy left a really bad flavor in people's mouths. Like even the people who were like fans of it, they were like, "This did."
I
not
don't know,
end
man.
in a
I mean,
satisfying way.
so it's like your kids. It's like your kids' Star Wars now. And so
Exactly,
they see
yeah.
the old ones, they're like, these look bad.
Yeah.
They got a William attitude, you know?
Yeah.
Anything maybe for pre-CGI.
Here's this ball.
It is his fault. This is his mentality. So, you know, but and then they're like, I don't know. So there's like I saw a listing the other day that was one of those listicles that gets you sucked into it.
Oh yeah.
It was like rank your favorite Star Wars movies, and a fuckload of people actually really like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
Oh,
And it was like, these are awful. So,
No, but this is the thing though, is when people make lists and they go ahead and rank things, and keep in mind, of course, these are people just online. This is
yeah, I know, but it was still a poll. So
but yeah, like a lot of people, it's going to be like their favorite one is whichever one they saw first.
maybe, yeah. So, and I mean, they didn't give any audience demographics or anything on that.
Right.
And stuff like that. But, you just look at the box office and people did spend a fuckload of money on them. And, it's just one of those things where it's like,
Well, the drop off is pretty heavy.
good. So, but, like all movies are on, low margins right now. So any kind of victory now is still a victory. I don't know, man. It's like, every time that anything like Obi-Wan or anything comes out, it's just driving me further away from it. Just leave it alone for a while.
leave it
Let it
alone.
cook. Yeah.
Or make your own thing.
Or preferably that. Yeah.
That's my whole argument. Is
Yeah.
like, do what you want, just
Yeah.
leave that alone.
Yeah. Make your own thing. Stop making movies that I can pass on to my kids. Let them have their own fucking movies,
Well, and look, and
Or
that's-
let me have my own movies. And so,
well, it's also not just like let me have my own movies. It's also stop taking the things that I enjoyed or grew up with, right? And then saying like, "No, man, that sucks." All right, here's what you like, but it's a girl version. Or here's
stop doing that.
I don't have any love for that.
Stop
I don't.
doing that.
Just like this is the whole thing. Is like that whole you spent all these Marvel movies making this, and you're giving me girl Thor. You're giving me girl Hulk. You're giving me girl Iron Man.
Stop doing that.
girl Hawkeye.
Girl Hawkeye. And I'm like, look, that's fine, except for the fact that when you guys did this in your own books, people stopped buying them. They said, make your own shit, right?
Yeah.
And stop taking like, okay, well, this is okay.
This is good, so let's just make it a girl version,
No, and then the other option, of course, is like, well, Captain America's black now. I'm like, all right, I got it.
Okay, yeah,
I got
yeah.
it. Things are so different now.
Yeah. Oh, I just can't wait till they make Magneto non-Jewish, man. So
It's gonna have to happen. Well, I think it may still be Jewish, but
it's gonna be one of those African Jews.
wow.
One of the rare ones. Yeah.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because I know that
They'll make him gay. There we go. Yeah. Well, actually, that's probably not enough anymore. You gotta really triple down. They'll make him trans. Oh God.
don't give anybody ideas. Look,
I'm sure that
they've
idea's already out there.
They've been doing this kind of stuff. Like you can't even like touch on what the DC universe has been doing to their characters.
Yeah.
And,
That's not in Disney though, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Those guys have really.
I'm curious if Disney's gonna back off a little bit.
They already have.
Yeah, I just mean as far as like things that are in the production pipeline, in terms of that entire like fiasco that went on there in Florida. But what was it? I saw something else the other day. Warner Brothers actually slapped down Clint Eastwood of all people.
Yeah, I don't remember why.
So his last movie, which was what? Macho Requiem, whatever.
Oh, was it Cry Macho?
Cry Macho. Yeah. So apparently did really poorly. Because it's the same fucking movie that he's made for the last decade and a half.
Oh, as far as I'm concerned, he lost it after The Mule.
No, he lost it at the Mule. Yeah. Well, that's not what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Even Gran Torino in some respects. After he made Gran Torino, every movie after Gran Torino was basically Gran Torino again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So... I'm just going to swap out ethnicities around me.
So the problem is the current thinking is like, what if Gran Torino was black? Or what if Gran Torino was a girl?
Yeah, see, it's still the same movie, but that's, yeah. So anyway, he got his PP slapped because his last movie didn't do really well, and the new head of Warner Brothers is basically like, we make money around here. We don't owe anybody favors. You know?
You don't do that. In order to have any clout, you have to let certain dudes and certain directors.
Yeah, I was kind of curious on your take on that one.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is you have to have some prestige people around because you don't know which one of those movies is going to take off.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
And even look, man, there are directors that have had you have to let them throw their failures out there, and that's fine. That's what gives the impression that you care about creativity.
Yeah, but if the guy's still making the same movie over and over again, basically.
J.J. Abrams has made the same movie.
All right. Touche. That's an excellent point. And that man needs to be taken out straight and fucking beaten.
I like J.J. Abrams.
Really?
I do.
He ruined my Star Wars, dude.
He ruined my Star Trek.
He ruined his Star Trek.
Star Trek.
He ruined my Star Wars. So...
Yeah, the Star Wars is bad, but I like the Star Trek.
So
I like a bunch of
when's
those.
he going to get to a franchise that you really like? Where he can ruin it?
He's done Marvel stuff. Hasn't he done the... No, he hasn't done anything?
No.
So he's going to be like Girl Thor and ruin that for you, man. So...
It might be good.
It might be.
It won't. It's impossible.
I'm rooting for you, buddy.
I think it looks cool so far, but... I'm always going to be optimistic about Marvel stuff, though.
You give free pass. Why will you not be like, this sucks? I don't. Why do they not have to earn your money? Why is it a given?
Because it ties into the roots of what I enjoy.
Yeah, it's
I'm just
branding
good.
at this point in time.
Then you should be like the biggest like Fast and the Furious honk on the planet because it has this big ongoing narrative.
But I didn't like any of the characters. And I didn't like it from a kid. Like, there's nothing tying me to it. So once it got stupid, then I was just like, this is stupid.
So it is just because I liked it as a kid.
I liked it as a kid. I like the characters. I like what they've done with most of it. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you're not gonna hit on everything, so it's fine. There's some of the books that I read as a kid that I was like, well, that was just dumb. But it didn't stop me from reading all the books forevermore because they had some bad ones in there.
You see, I don't know, man. For me, Star Wars is cooked. So it is like put a fork in it now, kind of cooked because
I'll still watch that. I'll still watch the dinosaurs. I'll still
watch the dinosaurs too. Oh my god,
that's coming out. Yeah, here pretty soon. So I'll be going to watch the dinosaurs.
All right, but apparently a Top Gun is supposed to kick ass.
I would want to see Top Gun.
Look, all I'm just saying is, all I want you to do, okay, this is the only thing I want you to do, okay, is I just want you to look at the ratio, okay? And if you get to a point where it is 51% dumb, you have to get out.
They could turn it.
It's just 51's just a tiptoe across the line, man. I wouldn't put that hard of a thing on it. I've had 7 bad movies in a row, and it took that long for me to actually get off the Star Wars bandwagon.
7 bad movies in a row?
Sure. Yeah. Well, not in a row, because Rogue One was in there. It was good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There were some hits and misses in there.
Yeah.
Even in the prequel stuff, there's like some imagination.
Yeah, and the third one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's just over time. It was just like too much.
Spider-Man was one of the best I've seen in the entire Marvel stretch. That's relatively new.
Yeah, but you can't.
Loved it. Like, absolutely loved it. Hands down. It's like...
But how many Black Widows and Shang-Chi's and...
I didn't think Shang-Chi was that bad. I mean, there's plenty of dumb points in a lot of more of them now than used to be, but it's still entertaining for the most part.
Eternals, it should be enough for everybody to say you're done.
It was
that
okay.
Movie is offensively bad.
There's some bad stuff in
and
it,
it's
but
long.
Yeah, all that, but I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
Roll it right over to the trash can.
They'll have some of them interspersed with other stuff and do other things. So you needed to watch that one, so it makes sense when you watch the new one and all this kind of stuff, and you get everything. It's all putting pieces of the puzzle together. It's great.
That's an interesting way to look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one last artistic theory I have to give you. Okay. Art is not light. Okay.
It's not what?
Is not light. So when you take all the colors together with light, it turns white. When you keep adding brown and orange and green and blue, the more you add in, it gets black. And at this point,
I'm okay with black sometimes.
you can't come back from that. You cannot.
Turn on
Once
a light.
you hit black, you can't throw white on it. It's still black.
Yeah, it's still black. I think
still
my
black.
Star Wars is pretty black.
That's the
now.
thing. That's kind of where Star Wars is.
Yeah.
is you kept trying.
I'm nowhere close.
We're
to
just
where
gonna okay. So let's put a streak of orange in here.
Yeah.
Like okay, great.
No.
No. This needs some dark purple.
No, when you mix
You're
India
black.
ink in it, man, it's cooked.
It's black.
So yeah,
You're done.
that was the last 3 Star Wars movies for me.
And artistically, they can throw a streak of white on it. It's still black.
It's
dog.
gonna get eaten. Yeah.
I'll keep going. That
That's just
Spider-Man
science.
was awesome.
That's
All right.
science.
He's not there yet.
That's just
Not even
science.
close.
He's not there yet.
Not even close. Not
Yeah.
even like
No, he's
in the stratosphere.
He's funding this artistic abortion, and he's happy with it.
I am happy with that.
Yeah.
We need to do more.
You got to stop this because I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop
Just
this. It's a
fucking-
$1.45.
God damn it, man! I'm just mad.
All right, Will. Any last thoughts that have nothing to do with Marvel?
I'm doing my best to let my beard grow for the abs.
Okay.
I'm not going to
Yeah, that's true.
trim it down until, except for what grows over my lip.
Is that the trick?
It's supposed to have playoff beards,
Oh, okay. All right.
so you're not supposed to shave from the start of the playoffs to the end.
Oh, well, I haven't planned on it anyway, but
You're succeeding.
I don't have any hair.
God, you non-believer!
yeah, he draws on his
I
eyebrows.
thought you liked the abs.
I do, but genetics don't like me.
So-
All right,
all right, so tomorrow game 2, right?
Yes,
All right, cool. We'll see how it goes.
I'm so
it is
bald,
on.
Back on Friday. All right, I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
and I'm so bald.
Bye.
Good night, so bald.